God,
We are good. Are we good? That's how presenters talk in real life.
I was watching a TikTok the other. A woman who's a news reporter.
Yeah.
So she went and ordered her food in her, like a drive-through.
Yeah.
So she was ordering her food in that reporter box.
Yeah.
And the lady who was on the other side of the
counter.
Yeah, no, the drive-through.
Yeah.
Right? The ones who talk to you.
Yeah.
They were like, "Are you okay?" Like, yeah. Then she said, "Yeah." Like, why are you speaking like that?
No, but I also assume that that's how presenters get.
Order everything.
Like, hey, Mama Janet, are you gonna come to my house? Are you coming to clean? So you did the service.
Mama is called Janet.
Yeah, she's called Janet, but she's like the nicest human being I know. Shout out to Janet. Guys, it's the Cyco podcast and this is season finale.
This is the first time your podcast hasn't started with. So,
because you keep trolling
hey
me.
guys, sorry.
You keep trolling me, and you know that has a thing to do with it affects my self-esteem.
No, it does.
Like,
I
it
don't
really,
troll
it really, it really, it undoes all the work my therapy.
It
undoes all the work that my therapy has been doing. More than we peke yako enda kwa therapy.
But we both know it's only me.
No, I also go maybe wangu ni wa traditional medicine.
Or like mom's therapist. You know that story mom was giving us?
Which one?
About how she has a therapist who she meets every 5 in the morning.
Yeah, so Shiro's mom was like, she also has a therapist and she meets the therapist every 5 in the morning and then they talk for a few minutes. The
therapist is God.
Yeah. But I think God, there's also something about like complaining and bringing out your issues to God. Not complaining, but just ranting and venting and just talking. Yeah. Anyway, guys, this is another episode of the Cyco podcast. This is episode 10, season 2.
Congratulations.
Thanks, man. We are about to start season 3.
How do you feel? I'm trying to make sure that because the last time I was here.
Oh, yeah.
On the,
Go on.
Post shooting, niliteteshwa the whole way about how I can't speak to the mic. So I'm very careful right now. I hope you get my sound.
One job. Sorry. You had only one job, man.
Congratulations on season 2.
Yeah.
And you're getting into season 3.
Getting into season 3.
Yep.
How many episodes have you been featured in for season 2?
I'm not sure unless you told me. How many?
Unless I told you.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Unless I tell you.
Unless you told me, like, this is the number.
No. I think once.
Once?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
I actually don't think you've appeared on any episode season 2. Let me just check.
No.
You've not?
Hey, no, I have.
Playlist, Cyco podcast.
I have.
You've not?
I must have. But congratulations all the same, like, to get to this far.
Yeah.
I'm very proud of you.
Thanks, man. We've done a lot and I'm so grateful and I'm so happy for the team.
Yep.
The team is mostly Ben. There's a guy called Ben. There's another one called Cyco. There's Karaoke. There's Bernard. Like, it's such a huge team. Yeah, today we have Steve. Finally, I'm getting somebody to,
Steve is so nice.
To facilitate the production.
Yeah.
And we have a guy called Steve and his company is called Blueberries.
Blueberry.
Steve, is it Blueberry? It's called
I
Blueberry.
Didn't know that.
Yeah, it's called
cool
Blueberry.
Name.
Like, by the way, that can really get you a lot of jobs with like cake companies. I don't know.
I have a clothing line called Maua. It's totally irrelevant.
Yeah, totally. It doesn't even make sense.
No, it's called Maua, which is a flower, and then blueberries. I thought there was a connection there.
Blueberries are fruits. Do you even know how blueberries look like?
Yes, I eat them. Blueberry pancakes.
No, not the pancakes, like the fruit itself.
Yes, I do.
I've never seen you, and I'm with you a lot of times.
Not 24/7 though.
Anyway, guys, how have you guys been? It's been an interesting 2 weeks since I dropped the last episode, and here's why. Before, Wanjiru Battalion come for me, like, you're never consistent. Equipment, they're here like guys talking. It's just so funny. And this is because I dropped a song 2 weeks ago called Tawala.
And I love that song.
Yeah.
Yeah. But your song is close to 90,000 right now.
Imagine.
99.9% of those views are me. I really love that.
Are mine.
Are mine.
Yeah. What do you mean 99,000 are me? That guy is me. Those shoes are me. To let's speak English, please. Like, unaona hizi ndio vitu zinafanya UK wanatuweka kwa ile red list. Because some of those guys they can't even communicate.
No, I think my English made sense.
Yeah.
Just that you're being complicated. But yeah, your song is really, really amazing. I'm proud of you. I'm so happy for you and Laura.
Yeah.
You did a great job.
Thanks, man. And big shout out to Laura. For those guys who don't know Laura is the first Meru musician. Like, I don't think we have a lot of Meru musicians. Well, maybe. I know MC Jesse. I don't know who else.
Imagine if we had an
DJ
Embu
Joe.
singer.
Oh, can you imagine what you've done out of the Embu community by turning down your gift to sing?
Can you imagine?
Ovoro. Ungekuwa unatupatia Ovoro. You know, that Ovoro.
You've done well.
Thanks. Ovoro is news in Embu. So we did this amazing song with Laura called Tawala. What?
I think it's high.
Ovoro.
Because it's like what you say when you're greeting somebody.
Sindio? Ovoro waku. That's
news.
How are you? But Ovoro wa umode is news. Today is
It's
news.
how I...
Ovoro is news.
Anyway.
Embu's, I'm tired of Bishana GMOs in that language, you know.
All right.
But I wanna send a big shout out to every single person who's shared the song Tawala.
Yes.
A lot of guys have given me feedback how it's really inspired them. Guys are sending me texts that they're crying, you know, and it was an emotional process writing the song.
Yes.
And just getting to see guys respond like that, that's so dope. So those 2 weeks I've been doing a lot of media tours, so it becomes so hard to balance all that stuff. And you see also, by the time you're launching Maua as well. Oh, you want to tell me there are no days where we've spent the whole day strategizing about Maua?
That was one day. It's been 2 weeks before you release content, so please do not lie with me.
So what are you saying? That I've been sleeping on those other days?
Yes.
Just waking up and just sleep and vibes, eh?
All I know is you have not been shooting content.
Yes, I've not shot the podcast. It also has a lot of it. Whenever you're dropping a song, you're not sure how guys will receive it. Like, a lot of emotional, like, it's just drama, man. But anyway, now
excuses.
That's over and done with. The previous episode that I did with my two amazing friends, yes, the Dapper Brother and Miss Gashia, you know how to call them by their names, Kags and Tracy. Well, even the Dapper Brother is still their name. And they've told me that their lives have changed. Wewe, nilikuwa na podcast here. But thank you so much for each and every person who followed them, everyone who's given them amazing feedback. They create amazing content. And they were such a sport. And, you know, we've been friends for a very long time. They're telling me that their lives has changed. Their lives have changed.
Yeah. Will you introduce first the different sets?
Oh, yeah. This set has been different because I'm always having technical issues, always. So it's getting really annoying. So if it's not for Stevie, podcast So Steve has given us a solution where he's picking everything from one mic all the way to his microphone, because the usual setup in Militatuma Mozake. It reminds me of that story of Jonah, where somebody has really made a mistake, and that's where the ship was. Did you pray today? Are you the one you need to throw in the ocean?
No.
Is it me? Is it you, Steve?
Maybe it's you.
Or maybe it's me, man.
Yeah.
It really affects the flow of the show. But as I was saying, the previous episode, I had the Dapper Brother, Miss Kashir.
Yeah.
So when the Dapper Brother were here and Miss Kashir, we had a very, very interesting conversation about the campus days. And I'm seeing a lot of guys also responding and giving me amazing feedback.
That was a good one.
They're also telling me that their lives have changed immensely. They can't walk anywhere. Their landlord has increased their rents. And wale also walikuwa na madeni zao, wakiwa called more often, because now they've seen them all over. So make sure you follow them. If you wanna find their channels, just go to the previous video. On the description box, follow that link, follow the Dapper Brother, follow the Miss Kashie, and that's what's up. So also, before I continue today, I also want to read a few comments. A lot of the comments are very positive. We have those guys who always come here with a red pen, and to invigilate what I'm doing. It's not a bad thing as well. So I have some of the comments were Gigi Nyoro was saying, this is officially the home of good vibes. Enjoying this episode, a good one. Keep up, man. La Nina is saying, Ben, can you make an episode about spiritual journey? Please, I feel like it will inspire a lot of people. I will work on that. Next time, Dambi's a Puje, and the account is called John Nekesa. So Dambi's, no matter how many times you change your account or you change the name of your handle, I'll always know your handwriting. Terry Ann Katak saying, this episode has changed my perspective as a campus student. God bless you all. Anya Kena is saying, we've been waiting though, but finally it's worth the wait. Motunu Mora is saying, literally the best YouTube channel and podcast. Thank you so much, Mora, man. Tracy Wangoi is saying, Ben saying, where's the funny Bible study Sanford is sending me. Yeah, man, like Sanford is crazy, man. You know, I always remember the first time like I went there, I went to Sanford with Wanjiru. So what happened?
You keep telling this story.
Have I ever shared it on the podcast?
I don't know.
Okay, now I don't know if I should.
Okay, just share it in case there are any new people. Look at this guy. Hi. Randomly walks in. Good, how are you?
So, okay.
Alright, continue.
You know, like somebody tweeted the other day. They said that history of vaccination, if they want to do it faster, what was Sanford?
Why?
What was Sanford to move with speed and say. So it reminds me of the first day when I was Sanford up with unaingia wimpy. What would I say wimpy? Unaingia some fancy place. So I knew how it works at Sanford, you know. So I had the exact amount of money. So where everybody ulifika hapo unaweza mkona lipa na M-Pesa, mkona swipe card. I'm like, madam, so much afadhali. Alafu you see the guys at Sanford, I think that lady is called Elizabeth because I try and master
the names.
Yeah. They are very, very efficient. And if una delay, they move your order, like they don't start talking to the guy behind you. And then you start feeling like you're now losing your opportunity to eat fries and chicken and maybe you might starve to death. I don't know, something like that.
Crazy.
So some of the a lot of comments were really, really positive. And like this DJ Ymas, and I've seen this guy a lot. And this guy has been day one. Big shout out to you, bro. DJ Ymas saying, where that sacrifice cards made for living Kenya Boys Square for price cycles was a huge one. No,
what do you think Ymas means?
Ymas. It's maybe a DJ or Cathol. I don't know why.
DJ Ymas, please tell us.
Yeah, DJ Ymas. What does Ymas mean, man? You know? This video, Franco was saying this video. Why are you laughing?
Because Catholics like DJ said.
It was a Catholic, so I love it, man. Like, no hard feelings. Nina.
Yo, we have to get into today's conversation.
Yeah, we need to get into today's conversation. So, Santeri Sana, a lot of guys also complaining that I don't give my guests time to speak. So today I'm only going to speak until like the 20th minute. Niende ni have lunch nikuache ukiongelesha watu. Then ukimaliza unipigie. This conversation is very, very interesting, very inspiring as well. We're talking about growing pains, and we're going to look at some of our growth processes throughout our lives and how we managed to get around them. Steve, you can hear me well? The sound is still okay. So let's get straight to the topic. We're talking about growing pains. Njiru, what do you think about growing pains?
Just because I've seen less.
Hey,
no, but honestly, the intro has been long, no? Steve? Yeah.
It's because I always forget to read comments. Like now you see we've not told guys to subscribe. So if you're watching this video for the first time, please make sure you leave. I'm petty.
Sorry, I didn't say that. You should remove that. Wait, yes,
please,
you are.
If you're watching this, I'm petty. I'm not petty. But if you're watching this video for the first time, please make sure you subscribe, leave a comment, like, share.
Yeah.
So let's get straight to it.
You're so great.
Let's get straight to it, man. We're talking about growth. Growing. Yeah. And in this part of growth, we're gonna be focusing mostly on growing pain.
Alright, this is so up close, right?
Yeah. You feel like I'm too much in your space. You need personal space.
No.
Okay. So you don't need personal space. So I can lean more forward.
I said yes.
And then guys come for you on the internet. No, man. Now you're gonna make me talk about that comment about that person who was trashing. There's somebody who came to trash Wanjiru on Tawala's music video.
Na hana bahati because niliona 2
AM. And it's so nasijibona zionanga 2 AM. Sio pia unaichana.
Sipata hiyo singizi. So nilikuwa na time.
Hey, maze. So like it's such a beautiful video. Guys are saying how they've been blessed.
Ministers to you. Then
Lucifer, I don't know. Lucifer sends the best agent, you know? Some of the best agents. I don't know the best agents, the one that gets on your nerves for real. So this person came Akambi Wanjiru at what did
I need to grow up. I need to show you more affection. I treat you wrongly because you're from a different background.
You control this relationship.
Yeah,
with high, I don't know, with high waist or something like that.
With pants, with my pants up to my waist.
And then me nikakumbuka venye unapendanga high waist jeans. So like, she likes high waist, but it's just a partial statement. And anyway, asante sana mtetezi wa boy child, mtetezi wa mapenzi, wewe ndio unajua kutetea sisi kabisa. But don't defend me at the expense of Wanjiru. Yeah, I won't side with you, and I don't know why anyone would think I will. So what did they expect? That I will
say high waist.
Yeah, I don't. It's
high waist.
Yeah.
But anyway, no, it's
just don't do it, man.
Yeah, and they never come for you.
I don't know why. Mystery, maybe what.
When it's out.
Unatumanga mpesa. Ndio shida iko. Waheshimiwa kutoka huko. Unaona kama president ukitukanwa sana unatupa paketi ya maziwa, you know. And
it's fine. Let's talk about growth.
Let's get straight to it. And the reason why I invited you on set to talk about this specific topic.
You invited me. Anyone who's watched my vlog knows I invited myself.
Yeah. Because I wanted to release my brother. I thought you were the
Sam,
best.
if you're watching this, this is for you. Okay, we keep on.
My bro is called Sam. Shout out to my brother, Samuel Karugu. I don't know if he had a watches the podcast. Do you think my brother was?
Imagine we're digressing.
I brought you on set to talk about this topic on growth or of growth because you started a new company.
Yeah,
you
business.
Started a totally new entity that's flourishing.
Oh, thank you. You think that?
Yeah, it's flourishing. It's selling out. It's doing amazing.
Thank you, my friend.
Talk to us about it. First of all,
so why did I invite myself? You ask.
Yeah. You now have a company.
It's part of my media tour.
So I'll start with influencers, podcasters. Strategically, just tell Ben I'm just coming to support. Kumi, I'm coming to sell Maua. The next, asking for radio interview connects, TV interview connects.
I'll be with you at the trend tonight.
Tonight I'll be on the trend. Make sure you tune in. This is Tuesday, so just look for get the video on YouTube. Talk to us about Maua, man.
It was good. So what do you want to know? I recently launched a clothing line. Yeah. It's called Maua, tailored for the young fashionista. And I just wanted to create clothes.
Male or female?
Female. Why?
Nothing.
Yeah, so it's female, and so I wanted just to translate my love for fashion.
Yeah.
Through Maua.
Yeah.
For guys. Yeah, and just through Maua they can be able to experience the confidence that I get when I'm wearing new clothes. And I guess why it was important for me to come and why I was pitching myself for this was because I've gone through kind of like a 360, and I thought it would be interesting. And I've seen you go through different 360s in your life.
Yeah.
So I thought it would be interesting for us to discuss.
Interesting.
Yeah. This is actually Maua. Yeah. This is actually Maua. Yeah.
What's this? What's the name?
It's a Bua cowl neck top. Wow. Do you know what it means? You're the one who Googled. You're the one who told me.
I don't remember how things I tell people. I just share my ideas, so then I move.
I think it's either a stock in Swahili. So, the idea of naming the clothes, at least the first collection, was inspired by a flower.
Yeah.
So we were looking for names of flowers and then naming them in Swahili. So I think Bua is either a stem or a stalk.
Yeah.
One of the two. Yeah.
And finding Swahili names for flowers
was hard.
Was a challenge, it's because most of them were sites from TZ. They were just translating it directly,
Yeah.
Say rose in Kiswahili unapata itwa rosa. So I don't know, it had some weird stuff.
Yeah. So that's what now I have transitioned into. Yeah.
First of all, what does that mean now coming from content creation into this? Has anything in your life changed?
Guy, everything has changed, like you have witnessed. And I don't want this to be like an interview.
It's not an interview. Okay. We're just getting to know that.
Okay. And then
I'll also share mine.
Yours.
Because I've also transitioned in a lot of places.
Yeah. How has it been? I think a lot of it I've had to do. I thought I knew social media because you have been on the platform. Because I have been on the platform and you're from the platform. So you think when you start a business, it's the same thing. But I found myself going back to the drawing board, taking classes so that I can learn how to optimize. Sorry, we're so close. Yeah. So I will say.
In the relationship review, there's no
relationship review. I like. You never show up. You never show up. You're never sure.
Okay.
So I found myself like I've had to change the way I think for Maua. And I'm still learning. So I think that's one of the major ways that I thought I knew how to continue earning on social media until I then deep dived into Maua. So that's the technicalities. Yeah. Those are the technicalities of it. But then now a lot of the change has been internal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the biggest battle, and that's where we're actually gonna focus on.
Yeah.
Just to also add to what you said, is that most of her outfits have just sold out, man. Like they are selling like hotcakes.
Thank you.
And I really, really like that.
Yeah.
Maybe
uko hapo unazitegea unaangalia M-Pesa uko like what, you know, when the first day we launched you said it in Kikuyu, you have to repeat what you said.
What did you say?
You said hii biashara ya mango ya wasichana iko na pesa. No, wacha niangalia vile naweza ingia. What did you say? How did you say it in Kikuyu?
I can't remember.
Translate that in Kikuyu because it's funny in Kikuyu.
Drago isisei tusira diema. Niona akorone ni aduri maikare na koma manywe gufuka na madie garage. No bullshit too. That's where the market is at. Like I couldn't believe it. Like I remember you announced I think it was on what was it? Like,
the day I was panicking.
Yeah. You announced like this the moment you went live. Zikaishaga zote.
Yeah.
Majama bado wanataka hapo waende studio
it was really funny. Sorry. Yeah, it was really fun.
So very interesting. And you see, the thing about growth, I know, is that it has a lot of forces pulling. I think growth is a very important thing in life. Growth is the one thing that differentiates almost everyone.
You know, there's a quote that says, there is nothing as constant as change. And so, change is more or less like growth. Change.
Oh, wow. So, but why are you laughing?
Because those schools were so out of reach.
Oh, for you.
St2.
So good. But I think the thing that makes a lot of difference in life is growth. Because there are people who you are with in high school that right now you can't be on the same thinking level. You're not on the same thinking level. And it's just the reality of life. You're not on the same thinking level with. That's why some people start something together. Then after a while, you see this one is there, this one is the other one is here, and it's also the difference. I think growth makes all the difference in this world. To be honest, like the other day I was watching how a company like Red Bull rose to power. You know, they just started off Mchezo.
Even you watch such videos.
Hey, I've subscribed to so many channels.
Even I do watch such videos, but they're fashion houses.
And you've ever told me?
So I watch like the ASOS and the Forever 21s, like that. So
yeah. So I was watching about Red Bull and one of the thing that you see is constant across the board is how they grow from one level to the other level to the time now you become a multi-billion in dollar industry. Yeah. And growth is very, very important. But there are also reasons why people also don't grow. And some of them are a bit valid.
Yeah.
Because growth comes with madness.
Yeah.
Growth comes with failure.
Pain.
Growth comes with pain, self-doubt. Growth can drive you nuts. But it's essential. And that's how even that's designed. How God designed life. Like God elevates you to this level. And then after a while he's like, you know what, son? It's time to move. Yeah. You know what, Abraham? I've watched this movie before. I've read about it. You know what, Abraham? Don't get too comfortable. It's time for you to bounce. Yeah. And it's every single time that you get comfortable, or as soon as you master doing something,
it's time for you to change.
For you to move. Have you had? What are some of the major transitions that you personally had in your life?
So because like my memory might not be so good, so maybe like even moving from uni.
Yeah.
To now transitioning into work life and that kind of that.
Yeah.
Relationships as well. And the most recent one now is sort of like a career pivot, if I should say so. So not moving from because I haven't moved, but also now getting into Maua.
Yeah.
That's also been some of the biggest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Has it been easy?
What? You have seen me cry every day. Let me tell you guys, before I started Maua, before you guys knew of Maua.
Yeah.
Do you remember how I never used to sleep? Like it became now a problem. Like you need to go see a doctor. That I would go for weeks.
That's
without sleeping because you're thinking and you're planning and it's so uncertain You don't know, are people going to like it? Are you doing the right thing? How does it look like? And it's just, you're just awake with questions on your mind. Yeah. For you?
Yeah. Some of my transitions, of course, there is the one from primary, high school, campus, to like, let me start from there.
Which ones were the most
ground shaking? Leaving the group.
Okay.
Leaving Christ Cycles.
Yeah, I remember. And that was when we had just
started dating. So you didn't even find me in my days of glory.
Yeah.
Because
I told you, like, we started dating when he was at the bottom pit.
Because at least when we were in Christ Cycles, you know, the group was big, we were getting some gigs, we were getting money. But now when you leave, you start from scratch.
Yeah.
And it's tricky because you see, starting from scratch is not just in terms of followership, it's also your mindset. Because before I used to have this mindset for, you know, if I can only get DJ Nani to like me, or if I can only get this presenter to like me,
or this station to play my music,
or if I get, let's say, like in TV just to endorse me, minimum mocha. But after I left the group, now my thinking also changed, and I started thinking in the direction of, now it's time for me to just get the people to love this thing organically. That was when I went solo, when I did my first song, Lile Lile, which was Lile Lile was.
This was the ghetto?
No, it was not the ghetto. Lile Lile
I did
was
say
nice.
I did not say that Lile Lile was a ghetto. I did.
You can't keep bashing that song. I love it.
Anyway, until you've seen Bomba.
Shut up. So when I did
I remember you were shooting Bomba. Yeah. I told you, I can't sit and watch this. I went to Junction 1. Like, I can't.
Because it was a whole meteorological. But you see, we were also trying something new. Which something also, there's something we also need to learn from Bomba.
Yeah.
When I was transitioning from the group to the individual brand, I had to also try out so many things. So I even tried, because at that time Bazokizo was really fire.
You couldn't even dance.
But you see the reason why nowadays I'm normally so headstrong on what I want.
Yeah.
It's because I know what I don't want.
Okay.
I might not know everything that I want, but I also know what I don't want.
And those
most probably because I have done it before. And
okay.
I'm like, I've been down this road before. So I know the outcome, I know what people think, and I also know the impact it will make. Don't be as great as I wanted. So when I started doing music like that, it was a very slow growth, by the way. It was not as fast. Fast forward to now. To
your glory. Yes.
By the time I'm dropping a song, people it just grows into people, or people just love it naturally without you having to be on their face. No, those were the days
without DJ Nani having to play.
Yeah, and this doesn't mean that I still don't need DJs, but I know that that's not my focus.
Yeah.
And those days, that was everything
yeah,
I was doing. I was like, I says yet a na DJ town. Less than to a playlist. I said, hey, Sasa, Mambo. And that's how it was. But
so for you, I'm picking from what you're saying. You had to unlearn. In your process of transition, you had to unlearn a lot of things.
But at that time, most of those plans were backfiring.
Okay.
Oh, they were backfiring so bad.
And you'd insist.
Yeah, or because Kitambo, how I used to push music was, I'd send everyone on the WhatsApp list every day. Hi fam, have you watched my new music? And this new music was released like a month ago. Like, hi, just reminding you to leave a comment, share, and subscribe.
Really, the funniest was when, like, randomly I would find Ben. Like, maybe I would be having your phone and a message comes. And so curiously, I'm just finding Ben is calling this person. Hi, Dad. Have you listened? And it's just like a presenter. I'm like, why are you calling somebody you don't even know, Dad? Just so that they can play your music.
Man, those were the days, man. So I had to shift how I'm thinking.
Mom.
I didn't ever used to say
I saw hi, Dad. I saw Dad. And I wouldn't mention, but I saw Dad. I'll tell you after.
Okay, so that's how I was thinking then. Then it got to a point where I felt like, now I'm just being a bother to people even on my TL, because every day nita behind the scenes.
Hi guys.
Behind the scenes unapiga picha kaa 30. Alafu hiyo mwezi every day kuna picha different. Maybe you even have the same outfit. So maybe moja unapiga ukiwa hivi, ukiwa hivi. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
And
I'm learning.
So I thought that if people kept on saying it, they'll go on YouTube and watch it. But I had to unlearn all that and start thinking, how do you get them from the product itself that they like it so much
that they become the ambassadors of now your product, of your product. But that's why I'm saying I had to make so many mistakes. Those mistakes are also part of growth.
Yeah.
Have you ever done a mistake?
I have, but I think what I'm learning about myself right now, and thank God for you, therapy, and everything that's helping me realize, is that I've been obsessed with perfection for so long. And I was talking to my sister the other day, and we realized, like, even for her, she struggled with it for a little bit, where you, like, what you said,
Who donate?
Okay, you have to cut this because now you can't speak about it. Anyway, moving back. That we were talking about this, and like she's also struggling. She's also struggled because she said she worked on it with perfection. And what you were telling me is that I never budget for mistakes. Yeah. So it either works or it doesn't. And if it either works or it works.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't work, then I am the failure.
Yeah.
So, and that has crippled me in more ways than I thought would be possible, because then it's held me back from doing so many things, because you seek perfection in everything. And now transitioning into Maua, I had to learn that it's okay to make a mistake, that you will choose some things, nobody will really like them, because I thought, like, when I did the collection, I thought everyone would love everything. Until I found out the slip dress, the bodycon that I thought was so sexy, was not not the bestseller. I felt for some moment I was like, "Kwani, I created such trash things that nobody wants to wear." But in that moment, I had to remind myself to take that as a learning lesson, that maybe maybe there's a way I could create or maybe women like more. Because I think it was even Shay who mentioned it, and I started seeing it that way. She was like, I don't like clothes that finya me. So me, I like to feel free. And at that moment, I was like, Amadera. And at that moment, then it just struck my mind. Because transitioning into Maua, I had to enter with the mentality that not everything will be perfect. You will make mistakes. So instead of looking at the Furaha slip dress and look at it like it's so trash, nobody likes it, just look at it as maybe women don't want to wear such constricting items all the time, so maybe create something else for them.
Because I think perfection also is one of the biggest
hindrances
to just growth.
But maybe you don't struggle with perfection.
So that's when nilianza kufanya podcast kijua kali hivyo. Podcast inafanya karibu nifanye zile that you connect to a team na kamba katikati, you give each fan team yake ni waongelesha, like,
as long as the content grows.
As long as the content goes. But you see, you also need to get to a point where you're being real with yourself. And this is another hard part.
We talked about honesty.
You need to be very honest with yourself. You need to get to a point where you do some serious evaluation of your life, and be very honest and say, but the reason why I've not done this and this and this, it's not excuses. I'm the biggest obstacle, you know. And so many times, I think even as people budget for, giving themselves leeway for all that stuff, is
even as you're blossoming,
even as you're blooming,
blossoming is also a word.
Even as you're blooming, there are people who are also growing, but they've been failing. Sometimes you try something. There are people who have been failing, but they actually grow.
Also, you've experienced so many failures, but in actual sense, what you're doing is
you're growing.
And I feel like that's you. Like, you went through so many failures, but in essence, like, looking at you now and how you think and how you do your things and how you approach everything that's connected to your life, you can just tell it was a lesson that was being made during, like, the failures that you were going through.
But at that point, I didn't realize this. So I used to feel like there's just something wrong I'm doing, and maybe I'm a failure as a result. That's why my esteem was really dented, even by the time I'm starting to bloom.
Oh, because you fail so much.
I had attached myself to that identity of always failing. So even when somebody will tell you, you can write such dope music, I'm like,
but I'm failing.
It's all an issue of, are you doing better? Are you doing something that you were not doing yesterday? Are you improving on it? That's all that you need. And create a habit as a result, And even if it doesn't do well today, go back to the drawing board. Do it again tomorrow. Improve some of the quirks and features. It's just, that's the whole cycle, And it might take a while, but after that period, you'll realize, yo, I've come from so far. And also, as individuals, also, we need to also improve our own lives, because if you don't and your friend is improving theirs, eventually they'll have to cut you off. It's just life. That's how life works. So
because
you guys will think on the same wavelength, you will think on the same so it's all an issue of improving yourself. Like right now, I want to start now improving my stage performance. That's from the outfits,
and guess what?
From the stage.
You might fail.
Oh,
and
definitely.
Okay.
Maybe a concept of maybe Joe or so even if it doesn't work, we'll still go back to the team. And then because now we have our team from me, Wanjiru, and Kate, and some people who just help us with strategy. So we'll just go back and ask ourselves, this is why. Then we come back again and do it. By the time you guys are catching up, well, Cyco or Beyonce. So that was the topic today, man. I hope it's inspired someone out there. I hope it's encouraged you. Let me know how your growth process has been like, and just share it on the comment section below. As you see how I'm dressed today, this is all Boguk. It's interesting. Boguk is the designer, one part of the owner is called Bal. I don't know that name always Changanisha. I know it's Obuk, but the first name is Bevan. Yeah, his name is Bevan. When if you can remember, we met with Bevan at a talk at USIU where we were. We were going to talk, and then the talk didn't even have a lot of guys. Started very few people, but I remember Bevan just talking about designers, and the only reason I remember that guy, Njiru sikuwa kiongea. Njiru sasa huyu na fashion. Anajua venye ni ngumu Kenya. Years later, so when I went to the store, he was like, "Yo, do you remember?" I was like, "Yes, I do." And he's done amazing. It's a Kenyan product. They have a store in Kilimani where there's Naivas. Opposite Yaya, there's a Naivas there. In that whole, what's the name of that mall?
Kilimani Mall.
Oh, it's called Kilimani Mall.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, Kilimani Mall. First floor, you'll find the shop. It's called Boguk. And yeah, order your stuff, man. These guys are amazing. They have amazing kimonos. They're the guys who dressed me today. Do you have any parting shots?
No, I'm just dressed by Maua.
Yeah, Maua. Okay, you guys follow Maua?
You will put, please, will you?
Will I? Yeah.
Yeah.
So thank you so much, man. Make sure you subscribe, leave a comment, share, and watch out for the next episode, which will now be season 3. Season 3 definitely gonna be fire in terms of production, because I've cracked where the whole is. Trust me, every season we're cracking something. Because maybe even eventually we might introduce a paid service, paid subscription. As we all growing, why are you so quiet?
I'm just listening.
Anyway, guys, adios. Make sure you subscribe. Have a blessed week. See you